What's going on, guys? Creek here with Terrarian Watcher, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Terraria Otherworld GDC trailer. Before we get started though, I just wanted to say that Relogic and Engine released a whole bunch of information about Terraria Otherworld, and we covered it all in yesterday's video. If you guys would like to check that out and watch that, I'll have a link to that video in the end of this video. It'll be an annotation in the outro, and then you just click it and it'll go right to that video, and you can read up on all the juicy information about Terraria Otherworld. But with that being said, let's just hop right on into this trailer. It's gonna be epic. So let's pause right here for a second. So we're in a desert, definitely corrupted. You can see by the weird, that cactus has had some better days, you can tell. And the weird demonic Christmas tree thing in the background there. We have the cracks in the foreground, in the ground, corruption everywhere. This place has seen better days. But if we take a look at our character, you can see he's in, I'm guessing, full cobalt armor. It looks kind of cobalty. He has his shield. But the thing that stands out to me the most, and I mentioned this in the previous trailer analysis, is the cape. The cape mechanics look top notch, and I can't wait to just stand there over the bodies of my dead enemies with my cape just flowing in the wind. This is going to be epic. Also right here, I'm not sure if you guys noticed that, but that ore, or whatever that is glowing. Now I don't recall there being any pulsating ore in the first Terraria game, at least at this level, so I'm not sure what this is. Probably completely new, no real way to tell at this point, so we'll just have to keep watching and listening and move forward. Now this scene is absolutely breathtaking. Take a look at it. The lighting, the crystals, the shadows, everything. Oh man, it looks so good. I cannot wait to get in this biome and just walk around. It's going to be amazing. So I'm not sure what biome this is. It is definitely brand new because we don't have any sort of biome similar to this in Terraria right now. Kind of reminds me of the old Superman movies. And Superman going home, or having visions of home, and there's those large crystals. Kind of reminds me of that. I'm not sure what this is. There's like a large crystal tree in the background. Definitely a new biome. Definitely corrupted by corruption here, as you can see. But right here, actually I paused it right on the perfect frame. You can see that the smart mining ability is there. The little square right there, that is making a return. And after playing with it for so long in Terraria right now, I love it. I can't get enough of it, so I'm so glad that it's making a return in Terraria Otherworld. Alright, so this scene takes place in what I'm assuming is the Hell biome, the Underworld biome. I don't know the actual term, I just call it Hell biome. We have the lava, we have the awesome magma-y, obsidian-y landscape background there. He's flying around, the wings are back, guys. The wings are making a return. I know we saw him a little bit in some previous trailers, some previous screenshots, but this really showcases that the wings are going to make a huge comeback in Terraria Otherworld. So if we pause right here, we can see the player is in a corruption biome. Definitely corruption biome. And it looks like he's fighting this game's version of the Eater of Souls, the little flying monsters that fly around in the corruption biome in Terraria right now. They look a little bit different, a little bit smaller, a little bit more spiky to be honest, and quite terrifying. Look at these little guys. Alright, so thanks to this scene, we have confirmation that there will be a flamethrower in Terraria Otherworld. He's fighting some skeletons here. I'm not quite sure what type they are. They seem to be casting some sort of spell. Yeah, flying around there. Wow, they are floating. Those are some creepy looking skeletons. But as well, if we look at the background, we can tell that one, it looks like there's a chest right there below the player, right next to that magma, that lava. There's some sort of ice chest, it looks like. But in the foreground, it looks like we're in the new dungeon. This looks like it could possibly be the new dungeon into our Otherworld, or one of the new dungeons. There might be more, who knows. I'm not seeing any chests here. I know chests are a big feature of the dungeon currently, but the feature and architecture does fit the dungeon theme that we currently have. So I'm assuming that this might be the new dungeon. Now right here we have the player shooting what looks like to be some sort of grenade launcher, and just watch the animation on the ground as it breaks and blows up. The animation style is lovely. I didn't think I was gonna like it too much, to be honest with you, when I first saw it, but this just really showcases just how beautiful this game is. Look at the physics just breaking apart. It's gonna be amazing. I honestly can't wait to just walk around with a grenade launcher and just blow up everything. It's gonna be amazing. Alright, so right here we have our player flying around, fighting what looks to be a wyvern? Maybe a griffin? Definitely not a harpy. But they're shooting fireballs, he's shooting pink fireballs back. Could be a perfume ball. Who knows? It's Terraria. There could be perfume fireballs. That'd be really weird and really amazing, actually. But in the bottom here, we have what looks like maybe it's a purifying tower. And he's having to defend it from the wyverns because these wyverns don't want any of it. They don't want any purifying tower on their land. You know, that just ticks them off. So you got to defend it from them. And that looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. Fireballs everywhere. Alright, so right here we have our first definite look at some tower defense in Terraria Otherworld. The player has a purification tower right there in the middle of the screen, and he's got it backed up by some machine guns, some cannons, some saw stuff, and there's these really creepy monsters coming from each side. Even the top of the screen there, they have one eye. It looks like they're just hulking behemoths. They look absolutely terrifying. Something to note though, if we go back, is the cursor changes when they mouse over that machine in the middle, which means that we can somehow interact with it. Maybe a GUI will pop up, some sort of menu will pop up, who knows, but it does have some sort of interaction ability. So right here we have another look at some tower defense. We have some minotaurs, it almost looks like, coming from each side, purification tower in the middle, and the player is having to defend the tower. Okay, so this is a pretty amazing scene. He has tons of Gatling gun towers, that's just what I'm going to call them for right now, set up all around the purification tower, and we have what looks to be zombies, some sort of zombies, coming to take it over. But luckily for the player, zombies do not like Gatling guns. Now right here we can actually see the purification tower in action. If we back it up a little bit, you can notice little sparkly effects at the bottom of the screen. It's actually purifying the rock from a purplish, pinkish, corruption-y texture all the way to a normal rockish, gray, brown texture. Now right here we can actually see that going on as well. We have the purification tower right there on the side of the screen, and if we go back and forth we can see the snow actually be purified from the pinkish type of texture that we had going on before, and now it's this nice vibrant white snowy along with the rocky formation there along as well. Something else to point out though is the player has what looks to be cactus armor. Cactus shield, cactus hat, maybe jungle armor. Jungle armor was kind of similar to this, but it looks a little more cactusy to me. Who knows though? Now if we go back a little, we can actually see an enemy pop up on the screen there. It looks to be a bigger version of the Eater of Souls. Maybe a ranged type, who knows? Here's probably the best look at the Purification Tower. He's got it set up and it's purifying the beach. This is a very pretty beach. I'm glad they're purifying it. You gotta preserve the beaches, guys. You just can't let it rot away to the corruption. You gotta fight against the corruption. Purify it, you know? Beach is lovely this time of year. And then we have the outro of the trailer. Characters just standing there. The art is beautiful. The lighting, the background. There's some sort of NPC in the bottom left. Amazing, amazing scene. But that is going to be it for the Terraria Otherworld GDC trailer. Really awesome trailer. Really gets us pumped for the game. Let us know what you guys thought about it in the comments below. The tower defense, the monsters, the really scary one-eyed hulking behemoth. What do you guys think about that? Let us know in the comments. Let's start a discussion. Who knows where it will lead. But thank you guys so much for watching. Please consider giving us a like on your way out. It would really help us out and we'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want to stay up to date on all of the latest Terraria news, remember that you can follow Terrarian Watcher over on Twitter and Facebook. We'll have links in the description. But thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, this has been Creek with Terrarian Watcher, and we will see you in the next video. For example, players that prefer to play a certain style, melee, magic, range, etc., will see their skills with those types of weapons improve over time. However, this is not a set-in-stone choice that the player will have to make. There are no selectable classes or anything, but rather something that just happens. Use a sword 90% of the time, and your skill with swords will improve. Use a silver